Hello, this is Ms. Moreland. We're going to do 4.5 cubic and rational functions today. So we're going to start with cubic. The cubic function is y equals x cubed, and the graph looks like this S shape. And to get the next 2 points, you go up 1 over 1 to go there, down 1 over 1 to go there, and you connect them like an S shape. So we're going to do the basic transformations like we did before. Okay, so this one goes up 2. So the graph's going to look like this. Again, you just shift your vertex up 2, and to get to the next point, you go up 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and connect it into somewhat of an S shape. This negative right here is a reflection over the x axis, so it's outside. So if I want to get a visual what that graph looks like, a reflection is going to make the S curve go backwards. So that's what it's going to be, and remember, to get to 1 point, you start at 0, you go over 1, down 1, and in this case you go up 1, over 1. And the last one, inside means it goes right 4. So the graph is going to look like this. My vertex is shifted right 4, and again, to get to the next point, you go up 1 over 1 and down 1 over 1. Right, so pause the video and try these next couple on your own. Alright, so if we look at the first one, this is a vertical stretch, and the graph should look like this. Right, so what's important about this is to get the graph, you haven't shifted left to right, so it's 0, 0, and instead of going up 1 over 1, you go up 2 over 1, and you also go down 2 over 1, and you connect it to make that S shape. Right, the next one has 3 things going on with it. It's a vertical stretch by 3. It's going left 2. It's going down 1. So I go left 2, down 1 to start. Then I go up 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, and I connect it in an S shape. It's not very curved in this case. Right, the last one over here, this one is a reflection, and it goes up 3. So I go up 3, and instead of going up 1 over 1, I'm going to go down 1 over 1, and up 1 into the left, so it's reflected. And again, I'm going to connect it in the S shape. Right, so now we're going to move on to rational functions. The parent function for a rational function is y equals 1 over x. We have something called asymptotes, which means the graph cannot cross over it. So I have a vertical asymptote, which is x equals h, and where I'm getting that is from this function right here. When I start shifting rational, it's going to be 1 over x minus h plus k. The h is our left and right, so that's our vertical asymptote, shifting left and right. The horizontal is y equals k, that's shifting it up and down. So you can see I've already graphed my asymptotes at 0, 0, and 0. And you're going to get one portion of the graph in the upper right corner and one portion in the lower left. So you got 2 pieces for this graph, and those asymptotes means it can never cross over. Right? So now we're going to look at our first set of graphs. This 2 on the bottom means it's gone left 2. So your graph should have a vertical asymptote shifted to the left 2. Your horizontal should still be at 0, 0. And again, we have a piece in the upper right and the bottom left. This negative means it reflects, which means instead of being in the top right, it's now going to be in the top left. And instead of being in the bottom left, it's going to be in the bottom right. So it should just flip-flop quadrants. This last one, all that's happening to is it's going down 4. So you should have a horizontal asymptote that's shifted down 4. Okay, so if I wanted to write the vertical asymptote for this first one, it'd be the line x equals negative 2, because our vertical has shifted to the left 2. The horizontal has stayed at y equals 0. This one, they both stayed at 0, so my vertical is at x equals 0, my horizontal is at y equals 0. This one, it hasn't gone left or right, so my vertical is still at x equals 0, but the horizontal is shifted down, so it's at y equals -4. Right, pause the video and try these last 3 on your own. You can go ahead and skip this one. We're not going to do a lot of stretching with that, and if you'd missed class, we talked about it the next day anyway. Okay, so pause the video, try the next 2. This one's going left 2, down 3, and it's also having a negative, which means it's reflecting. So if I look at this graph, my vertical asymptote is going to be at -2 because it's gone left 2. My horizontal is going to be at -3 because it's gone down 3. And the reflection makes it be in the opposite quadrants. Last one, it's going right 3, up 1. So my vertical asymptote is going to be at +3, x equals +3. My horizontal is going to be at y equals +1 because it's shifted up 1. There's no reflection, so we're going to have the top right and the bottom left. Alright, I hope this helps with cubics and rationals. Make sure you study for the test. Have a good night.